Before we get on with this video, I wanted to introduce you guys to Ivacy VPN. So a VPN in general is meant to make your online surfing and sharing information, be it bank details or making online transactions, much safer while you do it over the internet. So what happens with Ivacy VPN is they have over 3,500 servers worldwide, and whenever you're making, say, an online transaction or whatever information you're sharing, it first goes to one of their servers and it is encrypted. If you don't know what that means, it means it is concealed or it is masked in a way that hackers cannot access your information, and while maybe you're using a public Wi-Fi. Let me entice you to a couple of perks that Ivacy VPN has. One of my favorites is the internet kill switch, which means whenever you're surfing the internet and obviously they're encrypting all your information, whenever they get disconnected, somehow they make sure that they shut down all your internet activities to make sure that none of your information is exposed. And another thing is, because they have over 3,500 servers worldwide, they have high streaming and downloading speeds, so you don't have to worry about, if including a third party to protect my information online would slow me down or not. Another thing that would probably get you guys' attention is that they can allow you to access libraries from all of our streaming websites like Netflix, Hulu, and the like, to be able to access shows that are not particularly available in our region. We all know that at this point we live in a world of copyright and blocking users in different regions. So when you have a VPN like Ivacy VPN, you can simply go into the app, change the location, and immediately refresh your streaming website. For me, it is Netflix, and I can access the libraries for Netflix in different countries, which means if I were to change my location to, say, the US, I could access shows that are probably only available in the US. I want to thank Ivacy VPN for partnering with me on this video. They currently have a limited offer on a 5-year plan, which is valued at $1.33 per month, and it is billed upfront as $80. But you guys can go ahead and spare yourselves an additional 20% off with my discount code Sandile20. This code is only effective if you actually follow the link that I have pinned for you in the comment section below, and that is available as well in the description bar below. So go ahead and follow that link, guys, and create your account with Ivacy VPN. My discount code is also active on the 1-year plan as well. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandy if you're new here, and if not, welcome back. Now that we're in the full bloom of summer, I figured it would only be right for me to figure out a way to make my foundation last longer, and hence in today's video we're going to be trying a new routine. I've never really done this because I had dry skin, but now we're gonna give it a go and see how I feel, and maybe this just might make my foundation last longer, because I mean, my Maybelline Superstay can last up to 6 hours, like looking good and intact, but my T-zone starts to get oily and certain areas start to get oily and just ruin the whole thing. So in today's video I'm going to be hopefully doing something that can help. Maybe you can learn from it. This is not particularly a tutorial, but take whatever you can from it, okay? And while we do that, of course, I've got another story time. I wanted to talk about my first date. Not really the best, didn't really go that great, but we'll talk about that in a minute. How do you guys like my hair? I really like it. It's really beautiful. Let's apply some primer and get on with the video, you guys. I have been obviously away, not shooting, but really guys, at this point the explanations are so unnecessary because I can't seem to get in the mood of shooting because I can't shoot the kind of content I want right now. So it's always such a struggle to just sit down and shoot a video. And by the time I realized it's been such a long time, here we are. So I have my primer on. You guys know what I always use, the Yardley Illuminating Primer. Best thing in the world. Slightly scented, but definitely good for my skin. It has never done anything to break me out. Our experiences can be different. So we're going in with our Yardley Absolute Translucent Powder today. We're going in with powder first, okay? Around the areas that are, what would I say, would turn out to be the most oily. This is a technique that a lot of babes with oily skin tend to use. So just going over my nose area. And I think you want to do that right after the primer, just so it holds, you know. Mainly my T-zone, my forehead, this part of it right here. And we go into my chin, gets oily as well. And the thing with me is I have like really large pores, so like they're very visible. So I think this trick will also help me just keep the foundation intact for a bit. Just go over this area, gets oily as well. So my first date. I went on my first date, was it 2019? I think it was beginning of 2019. Mind you, if you haven't watched my I haven't dated something, I'll just pop the video up here right now. But if you haven't watched that video, please go ahead and watch it, because since that time a lot has changed. But right now I'm gonna go in with my foundation. Nothing really to talk about. You know what foundation we're going in with. Maybelline Superstay. I have a new baby to play with us. She's still a little damp, which is great. So my first date. My first date. Wow. My first date was with a guy. I'm just gonna call him, you know what, I like variables, so Sir X. Okay, so you know what, at this point I was so excited. You know, I was finally going on my first date, and I don't really know how dates go as far as this whole thing is concerned. Do you pay? Do you split the bill? A lot of people are saying a lot of things, you know. Nowadays we should go 50-50. Nowadays this, that, like people are saying a lot of things, let's be honest. And I don't know, I'm going on this date not really knowing, but prepared for whatever might happen, because you know, not everybody is decent. If there's one thing I think we all know at this point, not everybody is decent enough to say no. Yeah, it was nice meeting you, but this didn't go well, or you're not what I expected, so let's part ways and pay for the date. No, not every guy does that nowadays. We live in a time where people seem to take advantage of the whole thing called feminism. So bear that in mind as I tell you this story time. So I go on my first date. We go to Game City. It's a mall here in Gabs. We go to Game City, we meet up. I'm meeting up with this guy. So at first glance, I'm like, he's cute and all, but I don't know, why does he look young or something? I don't know. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I was young also at the time. How old was I? 19, 18, I don't know. 19, I think it was. And wait, how old am I this year? Oh my goodness. Was I 19? Anyway, that's not the point. So I went on the date and we went up to, what restaurant was that at the time? Was it Mike and Bean? Game City, Hala upstairs. Before they changed, I think the restaurant changed. It's no longer a restaurant. It was right next to Debonair's. I forgot what it is. Was it Mike and Bean at the time? I think it was Mike and Bean. So usually when I meet people, or maybe just when I have a crush on someone and I meet them for the first time, I can't seem to eat. I don't know if, I don't even know why I'd go to a restaurant knowing very well I can't seem to eat. But I ordered a burger. I don't remember what he ordered. So we go on. This guy seems to be, enjoying his food. Our conversation isn't really like that exciting for me, but we are talking. We're talking. It's not like, oh my god, like he's such a good, he knows how to conversate that well. It was just like, oh, okay, we're just human beings who are talking, right? Oh my god, that is not good on a first date. So I was like already I had like little feelings for him, but it wasn't that deep. And there were a lot of sketchy things about the guy. So there's that. There were just a couple of sketchy things about him. The thing about me is I'm very quick to read in between the lines. I may not show it at first that I know what's going on because I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but never take me for a fool. Usually if you're leading me on unnecessarily, I know, and I might just want to give you the benefit of the doubt because sometimes we sabotage ourselves, So this guy, yeah, hey, woo! The bill comes. This is a very awkward, highly anticipated moment for me. I'm just there. There we're sitting, and so the lady comes. I remember it was a girl. She comes, and I think at the time I ate half my burger. And this guy, mind you, he asked me if he could have the rest of it, which was kind of like weird for me. I was like, it kind of like, I don't know, threw me off. I mean, if he wanted another burger, he could have just ordered one. I don't know, ladies, what do you think? So cool. I gave him the burger. I'm like, don't think too much about these things. It's nothing deep. But on the first date, honestly, you don't think that's what someone would do. So it was very awkward for me. I'm just there like, do I say no? If I say no, I'll probably sound cocky. Yes, so if I say no, I'll probably sound cocky. And if I agree as well, I sound easy. Oh my god. I just decided, just give the guy the burger. Just let it go. It's not that deep. The check comes. We're staring at each other, literally. And I notice he's not even reacting in some way. He's just focused on his food, acting as if he doesn't realize that we have to figure out how we're gonna pay this. I've never been so confused and thrown off and just like, this is not how I wanted my first date to go. I don't know. When it was just so awkward. So I take out my wallet and I look at him, and he's looking at me. He's done eating, now he's just staring at me. And I'm just like, am I gonna be the girl who asks if are you gonna pay this? Or it was just, remember, it's my first date. I've never went on a date. I've never dated a guy at that time. I've never nothing. So I'm just like, how does this work? You know? And he just stares at me. Did I not pay the bill? Because the lady's waiting, you know, she's standing there with what do you call it, a machine, a swiping machine, and I'm just like, I think it's over. I have to pay this whole date. So I pay for our meals and we leave. And at that point, obviously, I'm like really turned off, and just I start thinking about like the little things I've been trying to ignore, the little red flags, you know. I mean, if a guy can pay for a first date, do you really think he's going to in any way be the kind of person to spoil you? No. I thought long and hard about whether I want to be the girl to shoulder responsibilities and stay with a guy until, you know, he makes it. If kind of the thing happened with that guy is he lied to me saying Ivacy where I was going, but I said, let me see a timetable. He refused to give me a timetable. Let me because at the time we had an open, so woo, wait, my life is full of just a whole mess. So timetable, he would only want to meet at school in very like hidden private locations, as if he's afraid to meet someone. Like my faculty, my block would be just all the way to the other side. A hidden area where people don't go or something like that. And I remember the first time I was like, this is very weird. Like, why would you want to make me walk all the way there, and for what? What are you hiding from? I mean, you are a student here, aren't you? So I start building all these questions and I do my research and I find out nigga lied to me. He doesn't school there, which is probably why he couldn't afford our first date. And on top of that, when I confronted him about his absurd behavior with all the lies, because I don't even know at this point how many things he lied about. He talked about, oh, my dad, you know, we always travel abroad. I don't know whether guys think that kind of thing is like impressive to girls, or maybe to other girls, but when it comes to me, like, I just need people who are honest. I don't care whether you went abroad or not. Does that make sense? So he would say those things and I would just perceive him to be like, is he gonna be the arrogant type? Or because I can't deal with those people as well. So when I found out he wasn't even schooling there, that he was slightly younger than me, and like all my affirmations were, all my everything I feared was confirmed. And obviously I confronted him and he just said, okay. I'm like, oh, so you lied, you must have found this as a joke, what. And he was like, okay, with a laughing emoji. And I was like, wow, talk about being petty, talk about city life is cruel. I wasn't heartbroken because I didn't have like strong feelings for the guy. I was just like disappointed that was my first date. What a waste. You know, that's how I felt. I still feel annoyed when I think about the situation because I should have done more research. I should have done better. You know, girls don't be wearing detective shoes for no reason. People really be scamming us out here. And I've only ever met one gentleman since that guy. One other gentleman since that guy. The guy took me on 2 or 3 dates. He paid for everything. I remember there was this like under the stars show. I was really thinking of wearing a set of lashes, but oh guys, I don't like lashes. They feel heavy on your eyes and you just can't seem to see. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I like them, but they're not an essential to my makeup. So that's what happened with the nigga. I mean, I'd be really annoyed sometimes. Like, it wasn't necessary to lie to me. Like, it really wasn't, because I'm not one of those girls who expect you to have a huge bank balance, but obviously I want you to be able to take care of yourself at the very least. I don't think at this point I can date someone when they can't pay for my first date. I can't do it. What are we gonna do on dates? Am I always going to be paying for things? For me, that shows I want a guy when they are sure of themselves and they want to tap into the masculinity, as Anna Bay would say if you watch her here on YouTube. Men should be proud to be men. Men should be proud to take care of women. Men should be proud to want to spoil the women. Because a man always takes care of a woman in his life. When he's younger, he takes care of his sister. When he gets older, he takes care of his girlfriend and his mother. Like, that's just, to be honest, if a man and lonely, they are not as they don't really have that much they're not that excited about spending their money on themselves. So the whole point between why men are providers is because they are always excited and they take pride in wanting to take care of other people, other women in their life. Does that make sense? So when if you meet a guy and he's telling you, oh, I thought you were independent, run, because you are gonna be there with a nigga. He's not gonna pay or buy you ice cream. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna date you just to, because I want to be taken out. I want to go out. I want to do things. It doesn't have to be expensive. We could do a picnic and just buy and make sandwiches or whatever it is. It has to be, you just man, I don't even know what to say, because guys really are annoying in this present stage, in this present moment and time. There are very few decent men in the world, I feel, Baba sitting, and it's scary. It's a very scary thought. I also know I'm gonna use my foundation to outline this part of my brows. So I also know that in the kind of society we live in, the current times, women are shamed for wanting more than just a guy who wants to sleep with them, really. But when you think about it, it's like, I don't get it. Why should you feel ashamed for wanting more in life? I mean, it is your life after all, you know. I don't judge anyone for wanting what they want. No one else is supposed to judge anyone for wanting whatever it is that they want. We all have dreams, we all have expectations and standards and the way we want to live life, and no one is allowed to shame you for any of that. So if you're watching this and you feel like I used to feel, you know, that you should just date a guy who's your age mate, someone who's gonna probably not even get you some roses or whatever for Valentine's. There are girls who are happy with that, but some of us just aren't, because I would say, I don't know the kind of world we live in. Guys, men used to do these things. It's just a matter of mutating and otaba responsibility, or otaba with the love that you feel you deserve. So don't do yourself a favor. Don't end up with a guy like that, okay? If you want a happy life, live it to the fullest. That's the trick. That's it, really. That is it. And don't feel ashamed for wanting more. Before I forget to update you guys about how the foundation looks, because obviously my phone is filtering my pores. Wow, this looks so flawless, so flawless. My pores are covered. Oh my god, I love this a lot. I think I've been sleeping on a technique that is the solution to my problems. I went ahead and finished everything off camera simply because this video was going to be longer than it is supposed to be. I look really cute. I've never done anything like this. It looks really cute and fun and vibrant, very summer. So I'm going to play with more color this summer and just try to learn how to do more looks. So guys, I went ahead and finished the whole look off camera. I got a bit of eyeshadow under my eyes, some more mascara. I did my blush and highlighter, which you can't see because it's so bright. And I look really nice. Let's be fair and honest. If I were to put a set of lashes right now, you guys would be blown away. So let's just leave it here, okay? But my advice is live your best life. Stop feeling guilty for things you want in life. No one is going to regret that more than you will. Trust me. So just enjoy your youth. You know, obviously don't be doing crazy things all the time, but I mean, don't date a guy that's not even going to be able to pay for your first date. That one is a big red flag. If he's a gentleman, he'll postpone it until he gets his stuff sorted out. If he's not, he's gonna make you pay for it. And honestly, I used to think maybe it is a little bit crazy that, oh man, they always have to pay everything. But then I realized they don't always have to pay everything. But the first date, that shows that he is willing to spend some money on you. And if you see a guy that is rich but still lets you pay, or does have money but still lets you pay, he's definitely not a gentleman. That we've established. 1. 2, he is not going to in any way take care of you or spoil you, and he's probably going to be very stingy. Let's be honest. And we don't want that. We don't want men who are stingy, because life is expensive in itself. Breathing and anything you do costs money. So you need someone to help you as much as you can help them. So that's it for me. Don't forget to use Sandile 20. I'll leave that in the comments, of course. Don't forget to use it, guys. Don't forget to comment. What experiences did you have on your first date? I want to know. Let me know in the comments, because I feel like the things that be happening to me, if I sit here and talk about all the dates I've been on, we just be really disappointed with how I ended up in that kind of a situation, honestly. But they are all learning experiences, and all I can say is have a great day. From me to you, live your best life, stop regrets, forgive yourself, love yourself, enjoy the summer festivities, and do your makeup and look cute in a mask. Yes, guys, don't regret all the lost time and have to make up for it later. I'll see you guys in my next video.